another beautiful Saturday for my Max Clark is. He better be a fucking superstar because if Wyatt Langford goes out and hits nukes for the Rangers and Max Clark is new shit, I could buy a dragon. That would
Bro, where?
You had to invest in one business with half your winnings. What are you investing the money into?
Easy, Pornhub.
What the?
That's why you don't do drugs, kid. Next question. Is Michigan going to win the Natty? Because I feel like Michigan's going to win the
Gonna
Natty.
need to run it down their fucking throat and will.
$200 you lost last year.
300.
People would think of Jamal Murray and he would just have been a role player.
What? What's going on, people? We are back. It is another Wednesday evening, which means one thing and one thing only. It is Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. Holy moly. There's a lot going on in the world of sports. There's a lot going on in the world of golf, basketball, hockey. Pretty much everything besides football is crack-a-lacking right now, and we got all four of the fellas to talk about it. We will have five, but we got somebody running late. We got McDilly, we got Tycho, we got Donnie, we got Snoop Luke. The Wanderer will be here shortly. He's running late with father duties. But
Imagine being a dad. Couldn't be me.
Well, it could be, but different
Full
choices
house.
were made by you. Anyways, so Dylan, what do we got on tap today? What do we got first?
we got a lot on tap today, like I said at the beginning, but the main thing that we should get into is, or where we're going to start, is basketball.
All right. That's
Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds. Lillard, long-range three. And it's good! At the buzzer! Damian Lillard! The lob. Again! Oh, what a monster jam by DeAndre Jordan!
All right.
Man, DeAndre Jordan just made us look so bad on that clip, bro. It's
I love when every time I watch
so
can't-
bad.
Can't believe you guys have that in the intro.
Every time I watch the intro, you guys are both just like, yeah.
Detroit-based podcast, and here we are embarrassing ourselves.
Nobody ever said that it wasn't one of the greatest dunks of all time, and that's why it's in there.
It was one of the greatest dunks
Not
of all
gonna
time.
argue that.
That's the problem. All right, but we got NBA, we got the NBA play-in, we got a lot going on in the world of basketball. Before we officially get into the play-in, we got a couple things that I want to point out. First things first, Chris Paul is the first player in NBA history to start every single game in his 20th year in the NBA. He played all 82 games for the San Antonio Spurs. And at a man his age, deep into his career, I don't think I've ever seen this really in any sport. So this had to be shouted out.
This is only This is only important because this is basketball, and he didn't take one rest game.
Yeah.
That's why it's celebrated, in my opinion. Other sports, you're supposed to play every fucking game if you're not injured. There's no rest day just because. So, yeah, this is only celebrated, in my opinion, because this is basketball where people like LeBron James will just not play 20 games out of the year because rest day.
Yep.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard played probably 20 games this year. He came in when the Clippers needed a playoff push, and then said the rest. He basically retired at the start of this year, and it's like, yeah, you know what? I'll come in and help you guys again. I hate the injury shit. It makes me so happy to see somebody play a whole season in basketball.
Dude, if we sat here and talked about what we don't like about the NBA, I could be here for hours.
I've heard you rant about how much you hate the NBA last season.
I like the Pistons because they're the only team that plays basketball.
Yeah. At the end of last
Anyways.
season, I'm going to be honest, I didn't think you were going to give a single shit about this season. So thank God the Pistons came alive because it got Tyler back into it somewhat.
It's probably the only thing that could have saved me.
Yeah, it is what saved you, 100%. Next thing that I have, this is strictly just for me to piss the rest of you off. Michael Jordan, as a rookie, shot 17% from three. LeBron James, as a rookie, shot 29% from the three. Bronny James is shooting 30%. I mean, just more numbers. There could be nothing. There could be something.
In NBA games or
Yep.
I did see
in
this
G
stat.
League games?
Yes.
No, I
in
did
NBA.
see this stat.
Just
Jordan-
How
Jordan-
many games has he played?
Jordan and Bronny made the same amount of 3-pointers in their rookie year. The only difference is that Bronny shot 20 less threes his rookie year.
Because he's smarter.
Yeah, it only wasn't the fact that he played half the year in G League. Yeah.
Nope, because he's smarter. He knows what shots to throw up.
All right, Dylan,
Keep in
move
mind,
the
Bron-
fuck on. This
Bronny
is
had
this
one
is
game.
this is like your topic that you're stuck on, but no one else really is stuck on
Bronny
it. so
had one game where he
move
missed
on.
like 10 threes, but that's the
Nobody cares.
Let's talk about
He's
the
not,
play.
he's not even close to established yet.
Play.
It all kicked off yesterday. The NBA playing. It was here. It was alive, and we officially have every 7 seed booked in. The only thing that has to be determined today is who will the 8 seeds be. So, starting off with yesterday, we officially saw the Orlando Magic knock off the Atlanta Hawks in a dominant fashion, blew
Good
them
riddance.
out of the water. 40-point blowout, and they now get to take on the number 2 seed, Boston Celtics. Whoop, whoop.
You know, good for Orlando. I love to see them make the NBA playoffs. They're one of those teams kind of like us where we've been out of it for a minute, you know.
Yep.
And they're jumping back in. They got that young talent coming in, making the push. I love to see it.
Yep.
Sadly, they're going against Boston in round 1. So
I agree. I agree. I think that it's a hot team running into a team that has pretty much
how many games do you think it goes?
with Boston 5. Boston last year, it's gonna be probably similar to this year where they're in such a weak conference that they're gonna probably beat the Magic, and then they're gonna have to play the Knicks or the Pistons, right? And then that's honestly where you're gonna get something. We'll bring Jesse in here. Jesse, we just started talking about the NBA play-in, about how Orlando is now taking on the Magic. Orlando is not taking on Boston, but Boston's real only competition, in my opinion, will be till round 2.
Won't be till round 2.
Yes.
You're probably right. I like to think Orlando gives them a decent fight in round 1, but I don't
That's
see
what I
it.
thought. The problem is I thought that all last year. Every single team I tried to get, they'll at least get Boston, and then it was like, no, it's not fair.
I don't
And
know.
you know what
Boston
probably
felt like
happened? Orlando's best player will probably get hurt because that's what happens every fucking time someone has to play a playoff series against Boston.
Boston last year felt like a powerhouse. Boston this year doesn't feel like the same powerhouse they used to.
They didn't feel like
I
a
get
powerhouse
that.
last year. That's the problem. They were playing weaker teams without their best player. They played a Miami Heat without Jimmy Butler. They played a Pacers team without Halliburton. They weren't a powerhouse. They were just playing teams that didn't have their best players. So
These things are very important.
Thank you. I was gonna say they were not no powerhouse. They had one competitive series against the Mavericks in the finals. That was it. Started to debunk your point, but they
No,
were not a powerhouse.
You have your opinion. I have mine. I'll stand on my head with what I said.
Yeah, but are you telling me none of those facts swayed you at all to be like maybe they weren't a powerhouse?
I'm not arguing you, but what's the point of me saying something if what's the point of my argument if I don't stand on it? I believe what I believe. Boston was a great fucking team last year, and they're the same team this year, but they didn't have that oomph this year that they had last year.
Yeah,
last year it felt like they had that jump in their step. This year it feels like they're a little more back to reality.
Because they got to go into every series being like, they don't have their best player. We got all the momentum, and then they beat them in 5.
Look, I don't think Halliburton's all that great, so I didn't like that one. The first
What are the Indiana Pacers without Tyrese Halliburton?
trash. I get it.
Exactly.
The Pistons should have had Tyrese Halliburton, but we drafted a motherfucker from France.
I feel like we're down. Jake, you're downplaying the Celtics this season. They still won 61 games.
The Celtics haven't got punched in the mouth yet. Everyone has a plan. They got punched in the mouth. They haven't got punched in the mouth yet. When they get punched in the mouth with a superstar, game over. But we got another series.
We'll have to give them the dub.
We got another series to talk about because there was another game that happened last night between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. Get another situation of John Moran in a big game, goes in for a stupid dunk, hurts himself, and is out for the rest of the game. Who would have saw that coming? I'm sorry, Jesse, but it just feels like every time we're in a big game with Ja, it's like, don't go take that shot. Oh, fuck. And now he's on his ass. And then after that, Jimmy Butler decided, I'm going to score 35 points. Steph Curry decided, I'm going to score 35 points and score 11 points in the last 3 minutes of the game. And the Warriors go on.
They combined for what, like 78 points between them?
Yeah, it was the first time 2 players over the age of 35 combined for a score of that. Which
Both
is
of
scary,
them look like they were in their early 30s again, and that's
For the
terrifying.
playoffs.
which is
I
scary.
get that. Don't get me wrong.
So,
Jimmy,
yeah,
It just
once Ja was on his ass, I'm sorry, I was like, yeah, GG's. And then the boys cooked.
hey, Memphis still put up a fight. It was close all the way up until the end.
yeah, Memphis. I'm not gonna lie. Sacramento, spoiler, I feel like Sacramento can give Memphis the run for their money. But wait, that's not the game.
Nope.
They're gonna play they're gonna get by because it's fucking Chicago or Miami, right?
Nope. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, buddy.
Have I missed?
Sacramento Kings are playing the Dallas Mavericks tonight at 10 o'clock.
That's why I said they're not playing them. They're gonna end up playing.
Oh, I thought you said because they're going to play Miami or Chicago. I was like, that is completely different conference.
Yeah, no.
My bad. My apologies.
So the Grizzlies will probably find their way any other way. They're fine.
I don't trust the Grizzlies. They're too clumsy. They're like Jake. They have all the makings of being great, and then they're too clumsy.
Wow.
I love you, Jake.
All right.
But you know it's
I
true.
get it.
You're clumsy. So tonight we got Miami taking on Chicago, which is a rematch of last year's play-in, where Miami ended up winning this game and made a run all the way into the Final Four, Final 8, whatever. They tried to win, and then Jimmy Butler got hurt, and then it was downhill from there. So, hey, who knows? Maybe this game will
I
be.
don't know. All I'm saying is if this was a 2K season, I'm quick simming that entire game and then just quick simming the entire series that team ends up in the because
You're
they're just going
telling
to
me
lose
you don't
anyway.
want to watch? You're telling me you don't want to watch a Miami Heat without Jimmy Butler take on a Chicago Bulls without Zach LaVine? You're crazy.
You know? Yeah, I am telling you that. I don't want to say
You don't want to watch Josh
That's-
Giddey and Bam Adebayo go head to head? It's crazy.
Might as well go throw the Florida Gators in the NBA playoffs and see how they do.
I care so little about this game.
Yeah, me too.
That's what
The Heat will probably
I'm
win.
poverty right now.
The Heat will probably win because Tyler Hero likes to try in the play-in. And then the other game that we have that we talked about was Sacramento and Dallas. My only question, and I think it's probably the main question, Anthony Davis, is he going to play in the playoffs or no?
He's gonna play.
he's
He's
going to
going to play? Okay. So then
They're gonna lose in that play-in game, but
I was going to say, then this might actually be a good game if he plays. Because then play doesn't
Yeah, he'll
matter.
play the first quarter and then he'll fucking hurt his knee and that's it. Come on, that's what's gonna happen. I don't know why we're playing.
prime AD right there.
All right, but I'm just saying, so if that's where we would stand there, then do you want to talk about, because I'm assuming we're not doing a Saturday podcast, do you guys want to talk about the 4 locked-in series that we have currently going on? Actually, no, because we have the 2 and the 7, so we have 6. Okay.
Sure, yeah,
yes.
I mean-
Let's do it. All right. First series that we have the Indiana Pacers as a 4 seed taking on the Milwaukee Bucks as a 5 seed. How do you have this series going? Who do you got winning and how many games?
Bucks 4-1.
Bucks 4-1.
I think it'll go longer than that, but I think the Bucks win it as well. I think it'll be like I don't think it'll go 7. I think it'll be 6 games.
Okay. Well, I think that Damian Lillard not being able to play in the start of the playoffs because of a blood clot. Last year, he had another undisclosed injury that kept him out of the playoffs. And then Giannis had another undisclosed injury. 2 undisclosed injuries last year in the playoffs, you remember? If these motherfuckers just don't want to play in the playoffs, just say that.
Listen,
You know,
if you think Dave doesn't want to play in the playoffs, you're
I got
confused.
you, ass, Jake.
it just scares me that Milwaukee's doesn't have Dame, but It's gonna be.
Dude, Giannis is a fucking created player. I don't know.
He's been playing on it.
Giannis is worth two people on one team in my eyes. So hey, Dame's down. Giannis can fucking do work. He can
I'm
back up
gonna
Dame not being there.
I'm
He's
gonna
been
take I'm gonna take the Pacers in 7. I don't think Kyle Kuzma is gonna be able to back up.
You're just
I don't think Kyle Kuzma is going to be able to back up what Halliburton, Benedict, and who's the tall motherfucker who's really good.
you're forgetting
I
somebody.
mean, you're not wrong in the aspects of Pacers having that. But the Bucks, I just think the Bucks are better. They're the better team, more
They
experienced.
don't have the
playoffs.
pieces I feel like they can rely on. Like Middleton's gone.
Yeah, I
Dame's
know.
out.
Dame's injured.
So that's why I think the series will go longer, and I give the Pacers a chance.
Is
Kevin
Brooke
Porter.
Lopez
I ain't mad
the
at you. I ain't
difference
mad at you.
maker?
Kevin
No.
Porter Jr.
What about Bobby Portis Jr.?
Porter Jr. has been popping
Bobby
off
Portis is
lately.
Still suspended.
Yeah, Bobby Portis got into some shit.
Yeah, he's still suspended.
Fucking idiot.
All right, Tyler, stay in here because you're probably actually going to give a shit about this next one.
Yeah,
The number-
Pacers in 5.
The number 3 seed, New York Knicks. The number 6 seed, Detroit Pistons.
Pistons in 7 at the Garden.
Ooh. Pistons in 6. They're bringing it. Cut me up one more goddamn time. I swear to God. Pistons in 6. They're bringing it home in Detroit.
My hands are here. There's only one man you can look at.
Sorry, I'm having a blast. All right.
It's so good for someone else to be in the receiving end. God. All
Someone
right.
else go. God damn it. Get me out of here.
Pistons in none. Because I have the New York Knicks winning the series in 6 games. I'm so sorry.
Knicks and how much?
I think you gotta crawl before you walk. The fact the Pistons are in the playoffs from what they did last year, we win a playoff game or 2, I'm happy and we build. And I know everybody's gonna want more, and I know everybody's gonna hate me for saying that, but I have myself as the villain for a fucking reason. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to give my goddamn opinion. So I have the Knicks winning in 6. I'm sorry.
You think the Knicks flip it around after the in-season beating the Pistons gave them all year?
Yes, I do. I think it's hard to beat a team 4 times in a year. And then 5, 6, and 7.
I mean, you got to beat a team 4 times to win a playoff series. So, I mean, that's crazy.
I know, but I mean, you already beat them. You already beat them 3 times is what I'm saying.
This is basketball we're talking about.
I get what you're saying, dude.
At least the Pistons weren't undefeated against the Knicks.
Jesse, you took the Pistons too, right?
I haven't said shit. I've been pretty quiet.
He hasn't said a word, actually.
What are you waiting for?
It's because Jesus, I hate this series because I want the Pistons to move on, and Cat is soft, and
Yeah,
that's
Brunson's your boy.
in their team. Like the weak spot is that Cat can disappear, or you can get him in foul trouble easily.
And Brunson's like your boy, so I understand why this is so hard for you to go against him.
Yes.
I understand.
If I was a hoe, I'd sit here and I'd just tell you it's about 6 or 7 games, and I give you a win.
Well, don't be.
We're all getting hoed right now.
Yeah, you're kind of just teasing the fuck out of everybody.
Oh, heartbreaking Knicks in 7.
Okay. Damn.
That's crazy.
Bro, if the
Number
Knicks win
6
in 7, it's because the Pistons got hosed on some stupid call. I know it. I already know it. Beef Stew's going to get ejected in the 3rd quarter of Game 7. I'm going to lose my mind.
It's going to be an ejection that really screws us. I'm not going to lie. Roy Holland is just so hot-headed, and it's not even like – it's not hot-headed where it's like he's always pissed. It's just it takes one little thing.
Well, he's 19 years old. Of course, you put a kid that young in the league where a bunch of adults are screaming and yelling at him.
Bro, put the 19-year-old kid on a team full of these fuckheads with Beef Stew where he's basically telling him, we are going to war tonight, buddy. Get on my fucking back. Let's go. Yeah, he's going to be slightly influenced.
Yeah.
Beef Stew's going to mold him into a monster.
Put him on the right squad. I mean, honestly, I know that we're not gonna have them, but I don't think do any of us have the number 1 seed OKC or number 1 seed Cavs losing to either the Heat, or the Bulls or
No.
the Kings or Dallas? We could all
No,
just
and
agree
that's
we
why
have
the
the 1
play-in
seed.
is stupid as shit.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, I see the Western Conference putting up slightly more of a fight than the East, but no,
Oh, the
both one
Western
seeds
I'm
will move
not
on.
gonna lie.
The Western Conference, Jesse knows all about the Western.
Not gonna
I'm fine in the West.
I thought he was gonna play the whole clip. I got so excited.
That's crazy.
I'm fine in the West.
Listen,
Do
he
you
would
remember?
show you-
Do you remember
will
when that
show
first
you.
happened?
Yes, he would show you he's fine in the West, but he's injured right now, so things could go differently.
And why is that?
Steve.
John tried to get another clip. Funny.
Oh yeah, don't he love them clips, boy?
Funny how that works. Yeah.
Come on.
This
John.
is
All
just
right.
a bunch of haters. That's what this is. All right, bunch of haters and instigators and Jake.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
What did I do?
We kind of talked
Clearly
about it a
nothing.
little
That's
bit,
why I
but
said your name.
we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
but
you didn't get
the
name
number-
called.
The number 2 seed Boston Celtics are taking on the number 7 seed Orlando Magic.
Give me the magic.
What?
Look, as someone who made a living off of torturing Tyler and Jesse for 2 years playing that song, I want to pick Orlando. But I have Boston winning in 5.
Yeah.
He's gonna give Paulo one game.
Yeah. No, Paulo will get hurt after 1 game. That's how Boston wins these series. Remember? Paulo will get hurt game 1, and then the rest of the
forgot.
series will be Boston.
There's
Of course.
voodoo magic involved.
You know how it goes.
This keeps how this could be a 2-hour pod.
Well, look, the only reason you know why that is, Dylan, is because everybody decides to try in the playoffs, but you haven't been trying for the first 82 games. So then, you hurt yourself. Why? Because you weren't trying the first 82 games, and that's why it's Pistons in 7. Sorry.
And Jaylen Brown likes to try in the playoffs, so that kind of hurts the Pacers.
It's only one
I'm gonna-
guy though. We're gonna have 5 guys trying. Anyways,
I'm gonna give the Magic the benefit here. I'm
That's
gonna
why they
say
get hurt.
they win their 2 home games, 3 and 4. But
Very
Boston,
nice of you, Jake.
Boston wins in 6.
I don't even think they win both their home games. It's Boston in 5. For sure.
Yeah. Let's swing it right over to the other side. We talked about them winning their plan, but we haven't talked about their series. We got the number 7 seed Warriors going to take on, just sounds fucking crazy to say it, number 2 seed Houston Rockets.
Give me Rockets in 6.
That's
I
crazy.
love this young squad.
I do love this Houston team.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. That Houston Rockets team they're great. I love what they've done with that young team, and they've progressed so well. Sadly, they're going against a well rostered Warriors team who has lots of playoff experience.
Well, Ross.
So give me the Warriors in 6.
I don't even think well rostered matters. I'm with Jake because I think the problem
give
is
me
you
the Warriors.
got playoff Jimmy B. Okay,
The
that's the
king
problem right there.
of threes
That's
plays
a-
on that team. That's all that you need.
That's the problem. Playoff Jimmy Butler, activated, healthy. We saw it in the play-in. That's fucking terrifying. Okay.
Playoff
Then-
Gimme plus the chef. Come on.
Exactly. And then you put Curry in there. Draymond's gonna punch some people in the face and rattle somebody on the other team. I truly think the Warriors will win this game in 7. I have Houston winning a couple more
this
games than
series.
you expect,
Series.
but the Warriors in 7. Have going 7.
All
The
right,
worst
all
part
right.
about this is if we have a bunch of 7-game series, it's going to be like a 3-week first fucking round of playoffs.
That's awesome. I would rather be competitive as fuck versus
I
a
only have 2
sweep after
sevens,
sweep after
but-
sweep. So
I see what you're saying.
I think the West will be very competitive. The East, you'll probably see more sweeps in the East than you.
See, I'm thinking the opposite. I'm thinking because
Really?
the East is so not competitive that these two teams are no, you win, no, you win, no, you win. But so yeah, okay. 3 on the Warriors, 1 on Houston, and I don't think anybody is really against Houston. I think it's almost just like a give them a year or two, and there'll be a huge.
It's the playoff experience.
Yeah,
Here's my
it'll be a
thing.
huge problem.
Here's my thing. Houston has the better functioning bigs. And yes, Curry is going to get his, and Jimmy Butler is going to get his. But Jimmy Butler's low-key easy to throw off his game. Not easy in a sense, but for
In the playoffs, no. I disagree. In the playoffs, I disagree completely.
But Jimmy doesn't really play. He's been in the East for a couple years. The defense is not that stellar.
Okay, but
Houston
from
has the
what
best
I've seen in the playoffs, Jimmy Butler currently top 10 player in basketball in the playoffs. 100%.
I like this Houston defense.
That will be the battle. I agree. That will be the battle. Is Houston's defense and the Warriors' offense. I agree. I do agree.
To me, what I think it's going to come down to, I think it comes down to the age. It's going to be the Warriors' age versus the young guy. It's older generation versus younger guys at this point.
Yeah, that's also a huge fucking factor. That's definitely the biggest age.
If there's
differential.
one thing I've learned from playing against older guys in like beer league hockey and shit, it's that they know what the fuck they're doing. They might not move fast, but they're smart, and
If
that's where you
Houston goes
lose.
down 2-0, they're cooked.
That's true. Yeah.
They go down 2-0, they're cooked.
I don't think
Well,
so.
yeah. Most teams are going to be like that. The 3 seed Lakers, the 6 seed Minnesota Timberwolves.
Lakers.
I got Lakers and I got Lakers. I was gonna say 4, but I'm not gonna do that to Ant. That's fucked up.
You know what it is.
Give
Come on,
like
Dylan, you
5.
couldn't even come up with a fucking cool rhyme or something.
Yeah.
You knew all day you were gonna take Lakers. You didn't think of anything.
I mean, it is what it
I
is.
was gonna grouch, chilling on the couch. Capri Sun pouch. Lakers and
Yeah, it is what it is. Take a
That's
pill.
what I'm looking for.
Come
That's what I'm
on.
looking for.
Lakers in 5. All of it. I like it. Here's the thing.
Dude,
The
there's some conspiracy shit with the Lakers going on. They're making it to the finals. I don't know why.
It's
That's my
Luka
piece.
Luka.
and
Blame
LeBron.
whatever conspiracy you
That's
want.
my piece.
Luka and LeBron.
Conspiracy.
Same thing with the Warriors then, because Jimmy and Curry is a conspiracy. That's ridiculous too.
No, that's a way different thing. Luka got traded overnight, not offered to any other team in the NBA. Totally different.
Wah,
Completely different.
Wah.
Conspiracy.
Bro,
My
In
ass.
fucking 20 years, when it comes out that all this shit that I told you about is right,
Yeah.
you are
We'll
gonna
see.
fucking laugh.
We'll
Laugh.
see.
Laugh now. You'll see.
Are
You'll
we
see when they
talking
build
about
the
People are saying
casino.
that the Lakers
You'll
are so
see.
good they have conspiracies is all that I need.
Listen,
Come on.
if this is how we're gonna settle this. Don't get me wrong. The casino conspiracies look valid. They look very valid. But let's be real.
New owner gets
Also
told
LeBron.
you can't build casino unless team is bad. Makes team bad. So they can build casino. Come on.
They weren't that bad before the injuries started.
They weren't. It was just the fact that after they traded Luka, everything went downhill from just the players' the health.
They knew who they
Anyways.
traded for. Come on. You got Anthony Davis's knees. That's what you got in return for Luka. No.
Yeah, that's what exactly. What,
That's when the Lakers are going to go to the finals. I'm not saying they're going to win, but they're going to go to the finals because there's some conspiracy bullshit going on.
It'll be Lakers, Celtics, just like it used to be. Everything will be back in
Okay.
harmony.
Let me finish my conspiracy thought because Jesse said Celtics. They need the Lakers and the Celtics to be good for the NBA to be watched. Because there's a lot of people like me that will not fucking watch it anymore because it's so bad. So they need the Lakers to be good. They
Dylan,
need the Celtics to be good.
you probably hate
It's the
hearing
truth.
this,
It's
but
the truth.
as soon as the Celtics got good and then LeBron went to the Lakers, this has been a thought that they want to get the Lakers and Celtics back to being good again and bringing in the money because they have two of the biggest fan bases.
And
Even
because
though
their
LeBron-
ratings are going. You got to do something. Why not shake it up with Luka on the fucking Lakers? Exactly. Boom.
I hate everything that was just said.
Yeah, because you hate the truth.
It's because you're a laser. All right.
Dylan, I would like you to give me one reason that isn't conspiracy related as to why that you would trade Luka Doncic to the Lakers for nothing overnight and not offer it to any other teams to see what they would offer you. Why would you do that?
I can't give you a reason, but that doesn't immediately go to a conspiracy. That doesn't immediately go to, well, let's start thinking of conspiracy reasons.
How do you not lose your job after doing that?
Dumb to me.
That's where you start making conspiracies, is because if that guy still has his job after he does that, conspiracies. Why? Because the owner told him to do it.
It's just okay. I'll give you that. It just seems
You don't have an answer? All you can do is make conspiracies.
Dylan, for real though, if you don't think there could be a conspiracy, it is kind of wild with the history of the world, of the human race, and how many times people don't give a fuck about how important things are. They will try and screw the system for their own benefit. At the end of the day, it's all about money. It's entertainment.
I think he thought that he was truly getting a fucking return on his investment. He shot the bet with somebody who was well past his prime for way too much money, and the rest of the roster fumbled. Same thing what they did when they paid Klay Thompson all that money. They did the same thing with AD. And that was they just made a horrible investment.
I'm gonna be honest. If I'm an owner and if I have to watch my team that I own suck for 10 years, but I'm getting a casino, which I'm gonna make money off of,
stop talking about the casino.
I'm gonna do that.
No one cares about the casino. No one cares.
Bro, I can't wait for the doc, man. I wish I could fast forward 15 years and make you sit down and watch it. I can't wait. The fact that you just defended the Mavs GM on that trade is
I'm not gonna let you sit
crazy.
here and talk about conspiracy theories for 10 minutes.
Dylan, you don't realize how many times over the
years
years sports have been tampered with.
Bro, sports is politics. You learned this in high school.
Man, conspiracy.
Come on.
You hear all the
Mint Crispy.
You hear all the old
I
stories
just took a
about
sissy. Lakers in 5.
Thank you. Let's move on. Next series, number 4, the Denver Nuggets taking on the number 5 seed, the Los Angeles Clippers.
Clips in 7.
Okay.
James
I
Harden.
have the Nuggets. I have the Nuggets in 4, so I would love to hear your reason.
How do you have the Nuggets in 4?
How do you think James Harden, who has been playing good for the last 3 weeks, is gonna just come back into the playoffs and go to prime Harden again?
Listen.
Kawhi Leonard, who doesn't play, is just magically gonna come back on the floor and drop 30 points? What do you think's gonna happen?
Norman Powell.
Shut the fuck up! Get this man off. Bye.
You're fired.
Bye. Get the what? No. Norman Powell. He almost won the 3-point contest.
You don't know ball. You don't know ball. You don't know ball.
I don't know ball. You just took Nikola Jokic to lose to Norman Powell. I don't know ball. Nikola Jokic, who dropped a 60-20-20 game, is going to lose in 7 to this Clippers team. I don't know ball. Gotcha.
Who's more red, you or your hoodie?
Definitely the
I think
hoodie.
they're about the same right now.
Yeah, there we go, James.
Because you're saying blasphemy. Utter blasphemy is coming out of your mouth. Like when you said Jamal Murray was a role player.
I really don't know basketball that well. Are you for real, Jesse, or are you just pushing the buttons? Because I think you're just pushing his buttons to get him to react. This motherfucker averages 21 points, 1.2 steals, and 2 assists per game. What are you talking about?
Shut up!
I think he's just triggering you, and it's totally working, and I'm enjoying it. But I think that's what's happening.
Oh man, look at your 6.
Continue. I'm
much
just
more
taking a
reason-
shot off
it's much-
camera.
I'm sorry, bro.
We're just gonna take a
It's
live
much
look
more
at
reasonable.
what just happened to Dylan.
Oh, Paul DeYoung nowhere to go, and now he's down.
I'm sorry, bro.
And
You
now
just
he's
you
down.
just be sitting there. That's how I be seeing you, Dylan. Hold on. Like it's just so many buttons. So many buttons.
Because you know I have the numbers to
I had
divide
to
the
press
black
one.
statements that you will put up, and then it just piss me off.
I think it was worth it.
I had to just press 1.
Does anybody have the Clippers winning more than 2 games in the series?
No.
James Harden,
Thank
Joe
you.
Carter.
All right.
Look,
was
look,
NBA.
look.
No, we got to move on, Jakob. This better be
You about,
important.
you about to defend the Clips? And
I'm just
restart it
saying,
all over
I don't
again?
think they get swept. That's all I'll say.
That's what we said. We said, does anyone have them winning more than 2 games?
They can win at least 2.
I wouldn't be shocked if they won 2. I'm not
Okay.
gonna say they would, but I wouldn't be shocked if they did.
So,
I'm gonna
no,
be so
no one has them
salty
winning
if
more
they
than
win
2
this
games.
series.
Yep.
Gotcha.
If they win this
Okay.
series, I'm gonna hate everything.
but
Just throw that out there.
you're gonna love Norman Powell.
If you see the Clippers win this series, it's because you're gonna see a fucking mass amount of people in Denver not caring about the basketball game because they're gonna be mourning the loss of the death of Nikola Jokic, because that's the only reason they lost this playoff series.
Oh,
Because he passed away in a tragic horse accident.
one of these times, I need somebody to make one of these outrageous claims, and it just turns into clickbait. Like, I need
Because I haven't been
Fucking
debunked yet.
need
Because your wild, crazy shit hasn't come true for you to clip it. Tyler will make the clip. You think Tyler, when I said there's been times where I've talked about the Titans, and then I come back the next week and I have to sit through a 2-minute video of me talking about what the Titans were going to do, and then them throwing 4 interceptions.
That
If
was one of
I
my
fuck up,
favorite edits.
Tyler will clip me and make that clip. I'm just saying. He'll take that
That's what I
opportunity.
just said. All right. I just said that I need one of you to end up, one of these crazy things coming true.
Hey,
You can
you
be a
give me
clip.
enough. You give me enough time. I'll say something crazy. You just wait.
Yeah, we're waiting until NFL season. I need that to loop back around for you. You got to go through the ringer. That 16 weeks be a struggle.
You just wait till
That's-
the Cubs. You
that's
just wait
the
till the
real
Cubs
ringer.
are close to making the playoffs, and then just you wait.
We haven't had 40 games. Relax.
Rory, let's
Rory.
talk golf.
Hell yeah. One
My
time we do
main
it,
man, Rory. For those of you who don't know, because I don't talk about it on the podcast, I've been betting Rory to win the Masters for the last 6 years. This year, I didn't bet it. And then I had to panic, and I was at the bar with Luke, and I said, Luke, when this match, because Rory's gonna choke a little bit, when it gets tied or he goes down in the odds, that's when I'm throwing 100 on him. He ended up being tied at one point, threw 100 on him at plus odds. Rory McIlroy, he had to make it interesting though. So this man Rory has the lead by 1 stroke, 18th hole. Gets it about 4 feet away from the green. Misses the fucking putt in the most Rory McIlroy type of way. A lot of people thought he was going to throw it because it kind of seemed like he was going to throw it because, well, that's what he does. He gets into the Masters, gets into a good spot, and then he chokes it away and doesn't even have a chance. So
I think you forgot to mention the fact that he hit into the bunker with only a stroke lead on the last hole.
Yeah, in the bunker, then 4 feet away, then missed the putt. But then we go into a playoff with Justin Rose, who had to get driven, I believe, from the first hole. Correct me if I'm wrong, Luke. Did it not seem like he drove from the first hole to the second hole, to the third hole, to the fourth hole until he got to the 18th hole? Like there wasn't a shortcut?
No. I'll disagree with that because it seemed like he was on a different golf course and they had to drive him all the way over there to that side of the town.
I'll tell you this.
That's how long it felt.
I can make some clarity on this. I went to the Rocket Mortgage Classic last year, and I had to get to the 16th hole to where the VIP section was for the Rocket Mortgage area. And they made us drive throughout the entire course. So they got like a set thing to where you have to follow a certain path.
He had to go from one all the way to 18.
But think
they don't have the course set up.
Do you think there'd be something set up for the player specifically or staff to cut through the course quick?
Major courses aren't set up to where like the 18th hole ends by the clubhouse.
I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm saying
no, I know what you're
especially
saying.
for a big event when they have shit like that can happen.
That is
how do they not have
they don't
shortcuts
have
for at least the staff or whatever What if there's a medical emergency? Now they got to take that 20-minute drive to the fucking.
They probably say fuck the course. And they,
I think medical emergencies are a little different in that scenario.
Who
but
knows?
yeah,
but
no, you
anyways,
were just saying.
Rory goes into a playoff with Justin Rose, who just spent a half hour sitting in the clubhouse. Honestly, Justin Rose was one half an inch away from making his putt and forcing another playoff hole, but he missed. Rory got back out there, got a chance to redeem himself on damn near what I would call almost the same exact putt that he had to make the first time.
I think it
Would
was
you say?
closer. I know it was closer. It was definitely closer. That was way more
It
of
was
a
close.
tap in than the
Regardless,
other one.
he should have made the first one,
Close, yeah.
took the second one.
The long journey is over. McIlroy has his masterpiece.
You'll love to see it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely love to see it.
Sixth player in the world to win them all.
Yep.
Becomes went the Grand Slam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Haven't been done
Rory.
since Tiger Woods in 07 when Dylan was a wee boy.
And it's crazy that Rose missed that putt, like just barely, because they kept showing the replay of a little bit longer putt that he fucking drained for money
On
to
the
really put him,
18th.
yeah, to put him in that spot. So when I seen that long putt, I was like, oh no, Rose actually he's gonna drain this bitch.
I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. I'm like, dude, he's gonna drain this, and then Rory's gonna have a 4-foot putt in order to tie, and he's gonna fucking miss, and Justin Rose is gonna win the Masters. That's what
And
I thought was
everyone-
gonna happen.
I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting for Justin.
If
That's
Justin
fine.
made that putt, Rory was probably gonna miss.
Oh
I
yeah,
love an
just
underdog.
cause. You want to
All
see
right.
an underdog?
You love an
That's Rory
underdog. That's
McIlroy. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, Rory was the underdog.
That's
Rory-
his 10th try.
That's his 10th try to
Yeah,
win the
so-
Masters as
yeah,
one of
that-
as the
love
one
an
of the
underdog.
top 5
It
golfers
wasn't-
in the world.
Can't
do
how,
it,
ma-
can't
how many
do it,
times
can't
has
do it.
Justin Rose been that? How many times has Justin Rose done it?
Justin Rose, I don't know. Justin Rose is like how many? I think he's older
not-
than Rory.
Yeah, he's not like some rookie on there.
Okay,
One of the best golfers in the world. Jakob Ghost. Love
Pretty
it.
sure they're
Rory's not an
friends.
underdog though. He like Dylan just said, he's just one of the best
He's an
golfers in the world.
underdog specifically in the Masters.
Like every
Yeah,
year in the
no,
that's
Masters,
not
he
how I
would
look
not
at it.
involve
He's one of the
him.
best
That's not-
golfers
I
in the
mean,
world.
I'm with you, Jakob. I think it's about damn time.
All right, I get it. But Justin Rose was one of the favorites to win the Masters in the beginning. So
And
I
Tyler.
don't want-
neither one of
that's
them were an
fine.
underdog. I'm sorry.
And the main thing that you guys care about, because we're a sports betting podcast, Tyler caught it, placed the Rory bet, cashed, bang. So hey, that's what really.
If you're gonna bet golf, live bet golf.
You know what I mean?
Pick
That's
your
what really-
winner. When they go down and almost choke it, then bet on them. And then fucking sweat your dick off trying to hope they win.
Yep, I could not agree more. All right, NHL we'll do really quick because we literally have 2 things for NHL. One of them's funny, one of them's sad.
Start with the sad one.
All right, we'll get with the sad one first.
I want to
The
end on
captain of the
funny
San
one.
Jose Sharks, Logan Couture, is officially retiring from the NHL due to injury. Last season, Couture was diagnosed with otitis pubis, a condition that causes inflammation to the pelvic region. And because of that, it has not gone away, and he has now been forced to retire due to said condition. He finished his NHL career with 323 goals, 701 points in 933 games.
Okay, hold on. I think there's one really important question to all this right now.
Okay.
You mentioned it's an inflammation around his pelvic region.
Yes.
So is he's done having sex for the rest of his life too then, right?
There's one
Not
important-
necessarily.
Nah, I know because it could go away.
He could
Yeah.
be playing
But
so
if
much.
if it can go away, then why is he medically retired?
because it hasn't gone away yet. It's been a whole year.
Why do you think all these hockey players need hip surgery? It's a lot of hip work, Jake.
Oh my
so
god! I
if
just
you're
realized
constantly
that.
inflaming that shit every single day playing puck,
Why
never
do you
gonna go
think
away.
almost every single hockey player who's ever played hockey, especially for a long period of time, has horrible hips?
just realized the other story that I have for hockey is just it coincides with this perfectly, but it might be fucked up.
It's gonna be fucked up. You're
My
bringing it up.
other story. Listen,
Just
I
do it.
have to say it now because of what we're talking about. We're talking about hip movement, right? The other thing that I have right now is Alex Ovechkin, who says, "My secret to before and after hockey games is sex. Sex really helps."
You want
Been
to be
doing it wrong my whole life.
The all-time leading goal scorer. who drinks
Somebody had to
Pepsi-
say it. Somebody
That
had
was
to
like
say it.
that was
I'm
like the
glad
one
it was
major.
Obi.
That was like the one rule in like high school is like don't have sex or jerk off before a game.
And Obi's saying the opposite.
That's why
He's the
you're
all-time- and he's
That's
the
why
all-time
he's
leading goal
the
scorer.
GOAT.
Yes. That's Ovechkin's words.
That's
Go
what
back.
we
Think
for,
about
yeah.
it. If you listen to Obi, you could show up to hockey with some Pepsi in your Gatorade bottle, just got some cooch, and your coach would be like, "What the fuck you doing?" And you're like, "I'm trying to be great."
I'm trying to.
I'm mimicking
Sorry,
Ovechkin.
that's what Ovechkin does. All right, I didn't realize how perfectly those kind of coincided there. Sucks for Couture. Hate to see it on like that. Hope the pelvic region gets better. Seriously. All right, baseball. Bang.
Because this is the only championship you'll ever get. You can't during the regular season to save your
Right
life.
center field. Jones still on the move, running out of room, and he makes it. Come on in. 1-1 from Tyson. Batista with a try. Deep left field. No doubt about it. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series. Bryant makes the play. It's over.
Yeah, Jay, keep celebrating that Cubs World Series. First piece of news that we have, Chicago Cubs ace Justin Steele, after finishing third in NL Cy Young voting last year, will be out for the season, undergoing season-ending elbow surgery. Let's see you keep celebrating now.
Want to be a Cubs fan when at least you know you're free. Hey, tough. I like Steele. Good
I
guy.
do too.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Just saw Jake celebrating and was like, smack him with this real quick.
No, I knew about the news.
It's a huge loss. It's a really big loss. And honestly, last year was his breakout season. Last year was when he found his footing, got into Cy Young talks, and then hate to see it.
I just hope next year's a bounce back for him.
Yeah.
I always hate to see athletes go down with injury, especially when it's undeserved. So
That's true.
Here's a shame.
Next piece of news that we have is the
I have
Oakland
a question.
A's. Oh.
I have a question for this man.
oh god.
How many deserved injuries do you see? You say you don't like to see an injury unless it's just if it's undeserved. What does it mean if it's deserved?
He's
Like
not
if Javi Baez.
Like if someone's perfect, yeah.
Like,
I just want to know.
Like I guess like I go to the Tim Anderson and what's his face where down goes Anderson, down goes
when
Anderson.
Jose Ramirez punched him.
Yeah, like Anderson was asking for it, so like sure you deserve to get popped in the face. Something like that. That's what
so,
it deserves.
so a fight.
I mean, it could be any scenario. It's anyone asking for anything. Like, if you're being
It's
not-
shocked,
all
you
right.
get hurt, then
If you're asking for
deserve
it,
it.
you hurt yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
I was just
Next
had to
piece of
clarify. I
news.
was like, did anybody else catch
That's a
that?
great question. That's a great question because
So like that NFL player who went like this and tore his he like tore his ACL.
Oh, the Selly, yeah. The
Were you like
defensive
that's
lineman?
deserved?
yeah.
I mean,
He
I
deserved
don't,
that.
I don't remember the play you're talking about, but if he was fucking being a bitch all game, then yeah, it was fucking deserved.
Jake, imagine.
Somebody
if you
check
got
his
a
mic'd up. What
Hey,
was he saying?
Jake, imagine if you got a sack in an NFL game and then you went to go do this. Both your knees would fucking leave your body. So that's what happened to him with his quads.
Yeah.
My knees hurt that bad.
Yeah.
How often do you test him?
let's move on. So the A's, the A's, they're not in Oakland anymore. They're out in Sacramento. They're out in their own little minor league stadium, and they're running into some problems. So there was a situation the other day where there was an injury on the field. There was a pitcher who got struck by a line drive, had to get carted out.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say struck by lightning.
While he was maybe 5 to 10 feet from the pitcher's mound to getting back, the golf cart dies. So they have to have a group of people come over to grab him and put him on another golf cart that goes maybe 5 feet and dies as well. They bring the third golf cart out, that carries him away, and then there's 8 to 10 staff members who now have 2 dead golf carts that they're trying to push off of the field. It was a whole 10-minute ordeal.
Just 10 minutes?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, that's efficient.
Yeah, but like that's a long time after
But
getting lined in the head.
Well, okay, yeah. When
The guy could be bleeding in his head, and they're like, "We gotta worry about these dead golf carts." Like,
So yeah, the A's, the Sacramento A's, still just
San Francisco A's. You said San Francisco the first time, so that fucked me up.
They can't
Oh.
charge a golf cart, but their hitter can be first in home runs.
Yeah, Tyler Soderstrom is currently first in home runs for all
Right.
players in the MLB. Next piece of news that we have is Bryce Harper probably had one of the best gender reveals I've seen maybe ever.
This was so elite.
This man, he
I saw
went into the batter's box and he told his teammate Trey Turner, who was the man who knew the gender of the baby, to either present him with a pink bat or a blue bat, and that would be the bat that he was using for the game. And everyone that was watching, that would be how they found out the gender. He was given a blue bat, and I just thought that was probably one of the most, like Jesse said, elite ways to do a gender reveal. I thought it was awesome. Then he played the whole game with the blue bat.
Yeah, I'm more a
That's
fan of
pretty
like
tight.
the Cannon, type deal. But,
Here's a question. How did he do in the game?
And he went 1 for 4, but the next game he had a homer. So
With the blue bat?
no, but it was on Jackie Robinson Day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, why
There's no
are
need.
you smiling? Why are you smiling? There's nothing
He-
about that. What's good about Bryce Harper hitting a home run on Jackie Robinson Day? Like, have a little respect.
One of the best players in the sport did it on one of the influential days of the sport. How about that, Jesse? How about America's sport, baseball, on the most influential day, Jackie Robinson Day, one of the best players in the sport hit a home run. How about that?
Yeah, you're not hearing me. I'm just gonna leave it where it is. You're not hearing
Is
me.
it because he's white? It's because he's white, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Not only that, but he also plays for Philly. It's just,
Like,
I don't know.
No, that has nothing to do with it, Tyler. It is strictly because this man is white.
yes.
I understand.
That's all I got. That was the joke. Hook, line, sinker.
Okay. Next piece of news that we have. Let's talk about the division that I feel like just needs to be talked about the most. So the Los Angeles Dodgers started out the season 8-0. We said, are they going to break the record for the most? 8-0. They started off. Are they going to break the record? Blah, blah, blah. Since then, the Dodgers have lost 6 out of their last 9 games. But what's more surprising is the Padres have won 10 straight games. The Padres are 14-4. Then the Giants, who are 12-5. Then the Dodgers, who are 12-6. I know we have some thoughts because I have a lot of thoughts.
San Fran, I don't know if they're for it.
We never do.
It might be that on year where they're a little on and off. They give you 3 bad, maybe come back 2 good, 2, they shift. This could be one of their good ones, but I need more games out of this. Padres, they've been working towards this. And if they didn't lose Tatis in that steroid season, that might have been their chance. But they got I hate to say it, but Padres got a squad.
They're looking.
They have a squad that is full of power in about 6 of the batters.
Yeah,
I would be more worried about the fucking Padres of any year that ends in a 5, 7, 9. You're not gonna have to worry about the Dodgers or the Giants. They
Yeah.
get even years. That's when they turn up. It's
Yeah.
just a fact. So, yeah, worry about the Padres. They're pretty good.
Also, the Diamondbacks are, I didn't talk about them, but they're also 10-7 over 500. Every single team in this division is over 500, except for the Rockies, who are 3-15 and are just.
Well, they're just a AAA team.
They
in
haven't
Colorado.
scored a run in 4 straight games.
You hear me. You see my point.
4 straight games.
Yeah.
So do the math there. 9, 18, 27, 36.
36 innings, not a single
No
run.
runs.
That's pretty bad.
I'm surprised the
Last
Players
place in
haven't
the
boycotted.
They are already.
Are they about to give the Chicago White Sox a run for their record already?
We
Yeah.
are 3 weeks into the season. Not even. The Rockies are 11.5 games behind in the division.
That sounds about right.
That's so fucking
How many
bad.
games do we think they finish at the end of the year? How many games back?
40.
How many games?
55.
How many games did
Oh,
Chicago win last
that's my
year?
win
40?
total.
They won 40. They'll get a couple extra wins because of the altitude. So I agree with Ty. I'll say 50. 50 wins.
Oh, they're not getting 50 wins. They're going to be 55 games back
Oh,
from first place.
yeah, I agree with that too. Maybe 65, depending on how good San Diego and the Dodgers
Alright.
do to finish
Yeah,
out the year.
that's about what I expected everyone to
That's
say.
what I was saying. I don't think they're going to get close to 55 wins. God, that's a lot.
No, I give it 40.
All right, we got one last thing for baseball, and that is the man that everyone was saying last year should have been a Cy Young winner, even though he's a closing fucking pitcher. Finally got punched in the mouth a little bit. Emmanuel Clase, who I had to hear glazed all last year for he should win Cy Young, he should win Cy Young. And as someone who was a Tigers fan with Tarek Skubal, who knew he was going to win the Cy Young, it was kind of fucking irritating. Kind of like to see this. Emmanuel Clase has allowed 6 earned runs in 7 innings pitched this season. He allowed 5 runs in 74 innings all last year.
Sounds like teams have figured out Emmanuel.
I'm just saying, very, very interesting.
He gives you some running fastball. He gives you a slowly sliding fastball. And then he gives you just a slight drop fastball. That's all he's doing. It's either going to your inside, outside, or down the plate. I know that's normal. That's baseball. It's fucking can only go 3 places. I hear you. Up, down, whatever you want to say. But like,
Yeah.
it literally moves that way. Like, oh, it's either going past you, not in the zone, at you in the zone, or in front of you, not in the zone.
You play too much MLB The Show.
we got one more question. I dropped a question last week, and it was a good question, sparked a lot of shit. Oh shit, why did Donnie just disappear? Oh, there he is. And I got one more question before we get into UFC and then picks. So, question for the group. We'll go one by one. What is one rule that you would make to one sport to make it more exciting for the viewers? You can pick any sport, any rule change. What would it be?
Oh, God.
Luke, we'll start with you because you are on the big camera.
I've never thought of this in my life.
I don't.
Should have prefaced this before the podcast, Dylan.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
fuck.
holy
It's
shit.
a good question. You
It's a
want me to
good
start?
question to
You want
think
me to
on.
start? You want me to start? And
Yeah,
then
go
everyone-
ahead.
Yeah, you start. You
All
go
right, how
ahead.
about that? I'll start it off. So, one rule change that I would make in sports is, and a lot of people are going to be against it, you want to have some fun, give me metal bats back in MLB. You can use metal bats, you can use aluminum bats, you can use whatever bats you need, and then for the
Nah,
pitcher's sake,
nah.
Bring
I figured
roids
mine out.
back.
Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro. I figured mine out. Let them
It
use
don't matter what-
steroids.
It don't matter what bat you use if you're on them roids.
Listen.
Let
I
them
would say,
all roid
that's
up.
my rule change. I would bring metal
Hockey,
bats back.
Football, baseball,
Everyone.
all of them. Cause why? Cause it's for my fucking entertainment. You're an athlete to entertain me on TV, and that's why you get paid a lot of money.
You might have
Right
to
or
keep
wrong?
that- you
Right
might
or
have-
wrong? You are entertainment for America. That's the only reason you get paid a lot of money is because you're on TV to entertain America. They
So
should all get to
Tyler's
use
rule
steroids.
change is
You almost have to
steroid
keep the you might have to keep the roids out of hockey because they already have enough anger
I don't really
issues
care.
over there.
They can
and
have roids and coke.
there's gonna people be dead on the
All
ice.
drugs are allowed in all sports.
That's insane. Okay.
Yep. Because I want to see what the fuck goes down.
I'm here for roid ball when it comes to baseball, and I don't know
Tell me
about
shit
you
would be
guys.
entertaining.
All right,
The center fielder is seizing up right now.
I got one.
We're not
It's a
sure what
very-
he took.
I got one. It's a very simple one.
All right. Luke,
I
go
think it
ahead.
would make the game a lot more fun and enjoyable. In hockey, if you score a shorthanded goal, your guy gets out of the box.
That makes so much sense.
That's a great one.
If
That's a
they
great
want to
like
be
it.
bad
You
enough
earned-
to let, yeah, if they want to be bad enough to where they let up a goal with a man advantage, they don't deserve that power play.
I like that.
Shit, can I change mine? I got a better one. If a fan catches a foul ball like in Banana Ball in the MLB, you're fucking out.
It's crazy,
All right.
bro. Imagine
Games are gonna
you
be-
end the World Series because
I
you caught
want
the
to
foul
see
ball.
all the fights. I want to see all the chaos. I want it all. That's my answer. Locked
There's
in.
fans from the other team diving to swat it down so you don't catch
yeah.
it.
Yes, that's what I want. That's my answer.
That'd be electric.
Bro, games are going to be like lasting less than an hour. It's like, oh,
Donnie?
another 60
We finished
second
this game
first
with-
inning.
We finished this game with 6 broken hands in the crowd today.
Those Yankee
Everybody
Red Sox
caught it.
games would be must-watch television. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Donnie, Jesse, you guys got one yet?
I got one. It's just for the
Jesse?
vibes. Yeah, it's all for the vibes. I think the NFL should adapt the college rule of 1 foot in so we can start seeing some absolute ridiculous catches.
I'd like that.
That's another good one. I don't. We're hitting. These are good ones. Donnie,
I mean, honestly, they want they
Alright.
want more scoring in the games. Shit.
The only one that the one I settled on, at least in the sports that don't allow contact, make them full contact.
Like basketball?
Basketball, soccer, baseball. I guess baseball's kind of
Just-
already full contact.
bro.
Not really, but like
That would make soccer
Or
crazy
not
back.
even that. Allow fighting.
no, I just like the full contact ads.
Allow
Fucking absolutely,
fighting.
so he gets smoked.
Dude, if Isaiah Stewart could just get like he has to be out of the game for 5 minutes because he fought someone, that'd be sick.
yeah,
The
it
bad
would be.
boys could really fucking fight people. Yeah, I kind of like that.
They'd be throwing us 10-minute majors. What are you talking
In
about?
my
A basketball game would have to be
5 minutes for
12-minute
fighting.
quarter at that point.
In my opinion, fighting would solve a lot of issues in other sports.
Yeah, until you get the softies who can't get back in the game.
Yeah, one fight
Sucks
and
to
that's
be
it.
them. Weed out
Yeah.
the week.
I'm out.
Maybe they'll train.
Don't-
Maybe they'll train.
Maybe they
harder.
don't. Maybe they shouldn't be fighting.
Maybe they'll train to fight. How about
It
that?
will teach some lessons.
Not everyone in hockey fights.
People be drafting straight out of the UFC for their basketball team.
All right.
Like Perea, can you hoop?
We need a brute.
Honestly, those were great fucking answers, boys. And if one of those gets adopted into any sport, I think we'll all be very happy. Very happy. All right, let's get in really quickly to UFC 314, and then we have picks. So,
Just so we're clear, when you die and go to heaven, I'm pretty sure that all the things we just said are what's on TV.
God, I really hope it is.
That seems a bit brutal.
I really hope it is.
I
All
mean,
right.
if it's whatever you want, you know.
So, really quick, we'll give the results for these two fights because they're big, but we didn't talk about them. And the two fights we talked about, we'll get into a little more in depth. So, Bryce Mitchell continuing to just get humbled after saying egregious, stupid things into the media, submitted by Gene Silva in round 2. The fall off of Bryce really did it to himself. And then, I mean, would you disagree, Luke?
What?
Bryce is kind of doing this to himself.
I'm happy this happened.
Okay, good. And then we had Yair Rodriguez beat the Pitbull, Patasio Pitbull, in his UFC debut in decision. Now let's get to the two fights that we talked about, the two fights that I watched fully. First off, Michael Chandler and Patty the Batty Pimblett. Holy shit, what a fight. This is where it turned up. It was back and forth a lot. I want to say back and forth, but it was more Patty majority of the fight. And then round 3, Chandler comes in. Patty catches him with the knee. That was what really fucked his equilibrium up. And then from there, he was able to get him onto the ground. And then ha, 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 until Chandler was GG. And Patty the Batty Pimblett with another win, and probably the biggest win on paper in his UFC career. He continues calling people out. He continues saying he's not going to be top 10. He's not going to be these guys. And he continues to win. So, shout out to Patty.
No, he just continues to be downplayed by everyone and undervalued. Everyone keeps playing it off like he's not good. He's not that guy. And time again, every single time, considering he was supposed to lose his last 4 or 5 fights, according to the fans.
Yeah. And he just continues to win. And I think the fight now is either you can go 2 ways. You can go Patty Pimblett versus Charles Oliveira, which I don't know if they'll go right away or if that's going to be down the road. Or you can go with the altercation he got in after UFC 314, which was with big grappler motherfucker that I can never remember his name. Colby, yeah. Which I hope that they don't go because I think Patty will just destroy him. But
I was gonna say, which way do you guys all want it to go?
I want to go Charles just because that fight would be, I think, amazing.
I know Charles, so that's the way I'd want it to go.
Yeah, I don't even want to give Kobe the fucking time of day.
That's
I don't want. I'd be okay going the rest of my life without seeing that motherfucker fight again in the UFC. Anyone but him.
Oh, I think a Patty fight with Charles would be dope. I'd watch that.
It would be.
I watch a Patty Charles fight all day long, and I'd just be happy. I don't know what I'd root for. Obviously, I root for Charles at the end of the day, but even if he lost, I'd just be happy because I love Patty.
I mean, it depends how things line up because who knows? You might get a title shot.
Yeah, that's also true. And if he gets a title shot before Oliveira.
Anyone else got any questions?
Yeah, like he could get that title shot because there hasn't been a lot of new faces for the title shot.
Well, I think he should fight Oliveira when he gets a title shot because I don't think he should get that title shot before Oliveira gets his rematch. That's just me, though.
I mean, Oliveira's had his title shots. That's what I'm saying. There's a new face, and it's already been said. It's already been said by Islam that he wouldn't mind it happening because it's a new face.
All I gotta say is, in my personal opinion, from an outside looking in, he's got young McGregor energy, and that's what I like.
Which is why
and he's gonna do a whole UK cult thing, just like Conor had the Irish cult thing, and that's what the next wave of UFC is gonna be.
Yep. And then we have the main event of the evening. Volkanovski comes back and claims his throne as the featherweight champion. He is only the second man in UFC history to win a championship at 35 years or older. And the only other man who did it was, of course, John Jones when he won the heavyweight championship last year. So this fight was great. It was actually very back and forth. I was nervous at many times that Diego Lopez was going to put him to sleep, but Volk's jaw was not having it. Jaw of steel, as some would say. Yeah, got the decision.
Well, people forget that because Volk's been fighting for a while, but Volk is not that old.
Yeah, I know. And I know that it just seems like, well, it's crazy in UFC terms. It's like 35, I guess, is old because this is crazy that not many championships are won after the age of 35. Sorry, he's the third person to have done it. I said the second. Glover did it. I fucking completely forgot about Glover.
Yeah, Glover Teixeira, dude.
Yeah, he did that as well. The oldest, obviously. What was that, 39, 40? I'm fucking old.
He was like 41 or some shit.
Yeah, he was an old boy.
Like, he was old.
But yeah, UFC 314 was great, and people were able to watch it this time. Thanks, Dana. Appreciate that.
Good job, Dana. You think he would have had that figured out all along, but
right.
Whatever.
All right, now we'll get into picks, and then we'll get the fuck out of here.
Ooh, picks.
I'm fine in the West.
Basketball picks for season 4 are officially over.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Downtown Cash
Where
picks.
are you?
And I hate to say it, we have a back-to-back champion. Tyler has won the Downtown Cash picks for the second straight year. Jesse won year 1, Dylan won year 2, Tyler won year 3, and Tyler won year 4 at 60%.
Does it upset you guys that I don't even watch?
I know, it does. 60% clip for Tycho, 56% clip for your boy, 46% clip for Jesse. That was 1, 2, 3, Luke kind of fell off when he, stopped being here for the picks, but it's okay. He's at 38%. And then Jakob, he just kept digging himself a grave. 9 and 16, 36%. Last
Oof.
place.
It's all right. I joined at the end.
Tough.
It's a new start.
Next year.
New
Jeff.
start.
Next year.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, those were the picks for season 4 of Downtown Cash.
More of a playoffs guy. Clippers.
Yeah, we already gave our playoff pick. So, yeah, the only thing you got from me is baseball. So, we'll just start with Jesse. Or Luke, sorry. Do we have any picks?
I
they're
mean, not
not
really. There's only one
No.
game. There's one game
No.
left, and
No, we're just
There's
doing
only-
baseball today.
there is only
Alright,
two teams that playoffs start Saturday.
Okay, then we'll just do baseball. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's like we either
baseball-
do the picks for the.
Luke,
we
we're
either
just
do
doing
the pick-
baseball.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay, then we're not going to
game-
get the picks in for the.
Game number 1, we have the. Ooh, here we go. We got the Cleveland Guardians going to Baltimore to take on the Orioles tomorrow at 6:35.
Who's pitching?
Tanner Beebe's pitching for the Guardians.
Give me the Guardians.
And Tomoyuki Sugano is pitching for the Orioles, both coming off of wins and great starts last time.
Give me the Orange Birds.
Guess I'll
One for
take
the Orange Birds, one for the Guards. Jesse, do I have to ask you?
Nah, you're good.
Okay. Luke.
I'm backing Jake.
Oh, shit.
That's
I'm back in.
easy.
Oh,
Not on an island. I am actually taking the Guardians as well. I got
Man,
Beat
can't
the
put me on
Guards.
the
I know you-
fucking 4-man island. I'd have put
knew you probably wanted it.
$150 on that game if I was on an
I-
island.
I know your ass probably wanted it 100%, and I can't really can't fault you. All right,
I'm doing it anyways.
game number 2 at 12:40 tomorrow. We have the Seattle Mariners taking on the Cincinnati Reds.
Give me the Reds.
Pitcher for the Mariners is 2-0. Brian Wu with a 2.8 ERA, and Singer, who is 3-0 with a 3.1 ERA. So somebody might have to take their first loss of the year here.
Give me Seattle.
Yeah.
Brian Woo's a stud to start this year so far. I dropped him off my fantasy team, and my brother gave me a fucking hell for it. Called me a dumbass and everything, pretty much. So
That third start.
Wow.
hey, you're not wrong. It might be the one that blows it did for Casey Mize after his 2 hot starts, but I'm gonna back him. Give me Seattle. Say what?
Casey had good 3 games, didn't he?
No, his third one is when he lost to the
Third game is
the
when
Yankees.
he kind of got fucked up a little bit.
I'm gonna ride the Reds at home.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
taking
take
Great
the
American
Red.
Ballpark.
Yeah, I'm taking the
Reds across the top.
Oh, Reds across the top. Oh, a 4-man island for Jakob.
Shit,
what I
that just
wanted.
means I have to throw $500 on it.
You ain't about it. Quit talking loud like that.
Game number 3. And anytime I can get 2 of the boys' teams playing against each other, it's always fun for the podcast.
Oh no!
We got the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Chicago
I
Cubs.
fucking knew it.
Corbin.
Dude. He's done this to me every fucking time, dude.
Corbin Burns is taking on Ben Brown. Both rough start to the year. Both pitchers.
Give me the Diamondbacks.
absolute Diamondbacks. Corbin Carroll has been off his fucking rocker to start the season, and I'm loving it.
Wait, wait. He needs to go last because I think I know where this is going to go. I also have the Diamondbacks.
Listen, go to Jake.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
All I say is, if my Anthony Rizzo jersey was in reach, I'd grab it and be like, Cubs all day! Because
But,
what I'm going to pick is the Chicago
But
Cubs.
it's not. Oh, all right.
oh.
I don't have Anthony Rizzo's jersey to grab
He's-
now.
he's
but
just a
I'm still
casual
gonna
Cub
pick-
right now.
I'm still going to pick the
Jesse,
Cubs.
why are you scaring me? I don't like the way you're looking right now. You're making me think you're about to take Chicago.
I'm not going to get my hopes up.
What?
Oh shit! Jesse took the Cubs.
What? You take the Cubs?
Don't look at I hate this just as much as you might think I do. And I don't trust the Diamondbacks.
Oh my God! Hell's freezing over.
That's right.
The poles are flipping on the planet. Am I dreaming? Did I just hear that correctly?
I think Dylan was just gonna do it one day until eventually Jesse had to take the Cubs.
I've never.
Now
thought
the
I
Cubs
was
are gonna get
one
fucking
on that one.
smacked, and Jesse's never gonna let him hear the end of it.
Jesse's gonna be watching this game Friday.
It's gonna
Don't
be
worry.
like 10-3 in the fucking second inning, and he's gonna be like,
Friday at
I told you,
2:30,
Jake.
Jesse.
Don't worry, Jesse. My boys will give you some ammunition.
Please give me an L
Don't
this
come
week.
at me.
That's my one.
You
Gonna
put
win-win.
yourself
I'm a
here.
bad-
Do not
Jesse,
pin
you're
this
a
on
big
me like
boy.
I made you do this.
Hey,
You chose this
Well, you
route.
shit on Chicago.
Jake, don't tell me what I chose.
No, you're right. I don't need to tell you. You know what your ass did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I can't believe you put me in this position.
I'll put you in a different one.
Hey, fruitcake. I mean, oh shit.
Bang! Got his ass.
Yes. Yes.
Third game.
God damn it.
And that's the piece.
I'm fine in the West.
I'm not fine on the East.
Oh, Paul DeYoung nowhere to go.
And we beat motherfuckers up. Anyone else got any questions?
Hey, after bro got hit in the face, I heard that the golf cart, that was the one with the golf cart halfway through, and they just said, "Hey, we gotta walk him off."
Oh, I thought it was a line drive. I was about to say.
Oh, that's a line drive, all right. Did you see it?
Oh, Paul DeYoung no.
all gas, no curve.
That's a line drive. Aimed at your face.
Does anybody got anything they want to add before we get the fuck out of here?
I'm fine in the West.
I'm fine in the West.
We coming for that 1 seed.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
totally.
okay.
I'm fine in the West.
You ever seen a baby deer try to dunk a basketball over 3 people? That's what he did against the Warriors.
John Morant,
All right.
super serum, can't be stopped, dominates the league. That's all, folks.
I'm fine in the West.
Thank you guys for watching the podcast. Check us out on the socials at Ride the Tide 586 on X, on Twitter, on Instagram, on. Yeah, I think that's it. YouTube. Yeah, you can check us out on YouTube too. We're also there. You can like, you can subscribe, you can hit the bell so every time that we go live, you can come here and shoot the shit with us. As you guys have noticed over the last little while, Saturdays have kind of been on a halt. Wednesdays have kind of been getting an hour and a half of fucking juice. So until that changes, this is what it's gonna be. So so keep shooting the shit with us every Wednesday at 6. We'll see you next week. I'm McDilly. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Peace.